What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again for another Manchester City transfer update. Before I do crack on with today's update, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. I'm going to keep you guys up to date every single day on YouTube with all the latest Manchester City transfer news. So if you haven't already, do subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my X, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships or any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on today's update. We're aiming it for 300 likes, and do let me know your thoughts as well in the comments below. So we've got no contract news today to speak about. We're going to dive straight on in with the out, and we've got the very latest on Kyle Walker. Now, Turkish football are reporting that Fenerbahce are going to be going in with a second offer to Kyle Walker and his camp to try and convince him to come to Turkey and join Fenerbahce. Now, Kyle Walker said no the first time round, so Fenerbahce are piecing together a second offer, a more favourable deal that they're hoping Kyle Walker will give the yes to, the green light, and he'll make a transfer to them this summer. Now, it is being reported by Turkish football that Kyle Walker, we already know, doesn't have a future at Manchester City. He doesn't have many offers. We already know that as well. And Fenerbahce want to try and bring him in. Manchester City want to sort out a permanent sale for Kyle Walker, who has 12 months left on his Manchester City contract. It's believed that City would be looking for a small fee for Kyle Walker this summer, so it may involve Fenerbahce paying Manchester City a small fee to make that transfer happen. I think if Fenerbahce or any other club are prepared to be patient, I reckon he may be able to pick up Kyle Walker, maybe even for free this summer, because Manchester City want Kyle Walker out of the club. They want him off the wage structure, and that is the aim here in terms of this transfer. So we'll see if that transfer does end up materialising and happening, but an interesting line coming out of Turkey. Now, moving on to the ins, got the very latest on youngster Caelan-Kole Cadamarteri. Now, the secret scouts have said that Manchester City will finalise a £1.5 million deal with Sheffield Wednesday this week to sign Caelan-Kole Cadamarteri from them. He's a 15-year-old striker who's represented both England and Scotland at youth level. I believe the player is born in England, so in the future would be classed as homegrown. The Daily Mail are reporting that this £1.5 million fee is made up of £900,000 as the upfront fee, with £600,000 in potential add-ons, and this is going to be sorted by the end of the week for Caelan-Kole Cadamarteri to become a Manchester City player. And this is all, if you're not aware of the financial situation going on at Sheffield Wednesday, and their players not getting paid, and a bit of a coming together with the Sheffield Wednesday owner and things. It's all a little bit of a mess here, so I think Manchester City don't want to get too involved in that. They see a high quality player at Sheffield Wednesday, they see a good deal available to them, and they want to bring Cadamarteri in ASAP, which potentially could contribute towards the Sheffield Wednesday players finally getting paid, but who knows in terms of their ownership. Anyway, moving on, we've also got another player that's set to join the CFA, the City Football Academy, and it is an update on Jeremiah Adesina. Now, Fabrizio Romano has said that the academy lad from Chelsea is also going to be signing for Manchester City's academy this summer. The deal has already been agreed and sorted, so what's going to happen here is you'll never get an official announcement of these academy players joining Manchester City. They'll just turn up, and I presume this is going to be the case here with both Caelan-Kole and Jeremiah as well. They're going to be Manchester City academy players. I presume they're going to go into the under-18 squad for Manchester City, and yeah, they'll just turn up. But Jeremiah is a central midfielder, versatile, believe he can play at right back as well, played for Chelsea's under-15 side, and he'll come to Manchester City, and as I said, at some point in the next 12 months or so, I suspect we'll see both Caelan-Kole and Jeremiah around the Manchester Manchester City under-18 side. And this theme of Manchester City bringing in high-quality upcoming talents moves us nicely onto a new name. Comes in the form of Maher Carrizo from Velez Sarsfield. Now, this is really interesting, an interesting line coming out of South America today. So, German Garcia Grova has said that the City Football Group are set to finance a $16 million move for Maher Carrizo from Velez Sarsfield. Now, City have dealt with Velez Sarsfield before when we brought in Maximo Perrone, so we do have good relations with them, and it is believed that Manchester City and the City Football Group are happy to release his clause of $16 million to make this transfer happen. Carrizo is a 19-year-old right winger from Argentina, and the City Football Group want to sign him and keep him in Argentina for at least the end of this year. I presume they'll probably want to keep him maybe in South America for a little bit longer, but the plan is here that the CFG sign the player and then loan him to River Plate. Now, there is the possibility here of potential dual ownership, which I imagine River Plate would be more keen on than Manchester City. It'd be far easier for Man City just to pay the full transfer fee here and make sure he's a player for the City Football Group, and yeah, he goes on loan to River Plate, and it's as simple as that, like any other transfer. But it can get quite complicated, in particular when it comes to young players from South America, and it all depends on what the player wants, what Velez Sarsfield wants, what Manchester City and the City Football Group want, and what do River Plate want from this transfer as well. So there's still a lot here to sort out, and there's a lot of maybes going on, so there's nothing absolutely guaranteed when it comes to this potential transfer. But I do find what is being reported here really interesting. Manchester City do have an excellent relationship with River Plate, and Manchester City want Carrizo to go to River Plate because they're really happy with the condition of Julian Alvarez and Claudio Echeverri when they came to Manchester City, about the high level that they're capable of competing in. So I think Man City see River Plate as a really good gateway into potentially playing in the Premier League and playing in England, rather than having to get more European football experience, which is maybe what happened with Maximo Perrone, who's doing very well at Como, and there's a strong possibility here that Perrone in the next 12 months probably won't be a Manchester City player, and he'll become a player that City sold on for profit rather than a player that we saw around the City first team squad. But we did see Julian Alvarez around the City first team squad a heck of a lot, and I'm sure in the coming 12 to 24 months we'll be seeing a lot more of Claudio Echeverri, in particular if he does stay around the City first team for the upcoming season. So relations between all clubs and all parties are very good. I can potentially see this transfer happening, but as I said, there is a lot of maybes, there's a lot of hoops, there's a lot of hurdles to get over, but very much something that I'm keeping my eyes and ears open for. But I found this a really interesting line coming out of South America today from German Garcia Grova, who's normally quite reliable with information coming in from Argentina. So there's definitely here something in this story. So any more developments on that, I will, of course, keep you guys up to date with. Now, finally, I do want to mention the big news that's come out in the last 24 hours, and it's not necessarily involving transfers, but 100% does involve the football community, and that is the very sad passing of Liverpool attacker Diogo Jota and also his brother Andre. Now, if you're not aware, Diogo Jota and his brother Andre were in a vehicle in Spain, and overnight their vehicle has crashed, and very sad that both the two lads have passed away. So firstly, everybody involved with the JSGC channel, from myself and everybody else, send our condolences and thoughts out to the family and also their friends as well. But make no mistake, losing the two brothers, it's a huge loss to the football community, and today's a very, very sad day when it comes to the football community and the football world, and the impact that the two players have made inside the community with those that were lucky enough to be able to watch the players, who are fantastic players, very dedicated, high caliber players, wonderfully skilled, brought a lot of joy and entertainment for a lot of people, whether that comes from the Portugal national squad or playing around Europe or playing in the Premier League, is the case with Diogo Jota. But all my condolences, all my thoughts go into the family and friends at this incredibly difficult and sad time. Rest in peace.